Well, it's a really exciting morning because we're going to a Cock of the Rock Lek. These birds are amazing. They're really beautiful. They're really vocal. They come together in a communal lek, which means that the males all compete with acts of bravado and vocalization and aggression to attract the females. It's really exciting. It's a wonderful lake we're going to. It's raining a little bit, but that might be nice in the forest. And I haven't been on a lek for, well, since 2010. That's 13 years, and I even had hair the last time I came here. So I'm so excited to come and see this. It's just brilliant. And look at the surroundings. Look, you can see the guys walking down there behind me. It's just magic. And I don't mind the rain, because the rain absolutely adds a feeling to these pictures of being in the cloud forest. I just feel so at home here in Ecuador. I just love it. Anyway, I'm going to bring you, hopefully, the morning's action. I won't be able to talk a lot in the hide, which is quite a good thing, really. So I'll put some studio stuff in as well, but I'll shoot you as much video and sound as I can and tell you what's going on. So come with me and let's go to the Cock of the Rock Lek. Well, that's it. The lek is over. Actually, it only lasted about 20 minutes this morning. When we got there, the males were really calling and calling hard. We got to see quite a few of them in front of the hide. We got a few pictures in the forest. It was very low light in the rain, but it was still awesome. And then they stopped. And they stopped because there were no females there at all. No females came in, and they quickly realized that it was kind of pointless them carrying on. So they went and sat in the bushes, sat in the trees, and that was the end of that. But to be amongst them, to listen to the noises and to watch them was just so awesome. And you know, just look at where I am. Just take a minute. You know, you can't feel anything but amazement to be here. It's just the most amazing place to be in the cloud forest. I absolutely love it, and I love the Cock of the Rock. And I hope that this morning you saw enough video and stills and excitement to love them too, because they are amazing birds. And to see any bird at the lek going about his business is an awesome experience. But right now it's coffee o'clock, and there's a coffee waiting at the top after quite a long climb. So I shall see you a little bit later, and I hope you enjoyed Wildman Rouse and his Cock of the Rock. Well, I hope that you enjoyed seeing that. As I said, it wasn't the best Cock of the Rock lek morning in the world, and I will get better in the future, but I really enjoyed it, and you can see I got a few nice pictures out of it. Now, on the way down, I took this picture, right? And I didn't have time to set up the tripod and the tripod head and the cable release and work out the hyperfocal depth. Didn't have time to do any of that. I literally had to point and shoot. Luckily, I had my wide angle on, because I always try and think ahead, and I want to tell a story. If you don't have your wide angle on, use a phone, okay? A phone is a great way of capturing these travel pictures that bring the story alive. It's one thing having great pictures of your subject, but you need to bring the story alive. You may need to make the viewer feel like they're actually there, and that's what I wanted you to do, is feel like how beautiful the cloud forest is. Very simple picture, nice cloud elements in it. Had I had the time and tripod and all that, I would have slowed it right down and got some mist going across and done some all kind of time lapse and all dodgy stuff like that. I didn't have any time to do that, so I just did a very simple landscape that shows you how beautiful the cloud forest is, and that's it. F11 on that, and plus 0.3. Now, down to the Cock of the Rock. These are all ISO 6400. I don't worry about ISOs, okay? 6400 is a good ISO because I have no choice, okay? I would, the Cock of the Rock, they don't come out in the bright sunlight. They come out first thing in the morning when the light is dank and dark.
Can the light be dank and dark? It's dank and dark in the Cloud Forest, okay? So 6400 ISO, 6400, gave me a shutter speed of 30th of a second. Yeah, that was it. Now, it was 30th because I was shooting at plus 1.3 compensation. Why did you do that, Rousey boy? Because when you shoot high ISO, you don't want your histogram at the left-hand end underexposed so that you have to brighten it. Because if you brighten it, you get noise, okay? And you get other stuff going on in the picture. You don't want high ISO. So it's much better to shoot it bright, even though your shutter speed may be slightly lower, because you don't have to brighten it and you get a much nicer image and a much high quality image out of the sensor if you do that. Composition wise, I know there's a bit of a tree in the way there. That's all right because I like that. It shows the habitat. I've not zoomed in on this. I don't want to zoom in on this. So I got the 150 to 400 because I can zoom and do what I want. I haven't zoomed in. I've given it space to breathe because I want to show it in a cloud forest habitat. I don't just want to show bird on a stick. That's not me at all. I much love showing habitat because habitat is what we need to protect. If we protect the habitat, the species will deal with themselves. Okay, so I always want to show as much habitat as I can. Okay, steps off of soapbox. Here's one that's shot deliberately through lots of foliage. There was lots of foliage around it. Imagine lots of foliage around my face. I know what you're thinking, it'd be better if it was over my face as well, but lots of foliage around my face, and I was shooting through that foliage to get my face. It's exactly what I did here. I turned off subject detect. All cameras, no matter what camera you got, subject detect can get in the way, so I've got it on a quick button on my OM1 to switch it off. I take the number of AF points down to 1, focus right through, belt and braces right on the eye, bang. It has a really nice effect by doing that, of blurring out lots of stuff you don't want in the picture and focusing on the subject, which is good. It's got a nice little pose, works really well, looking into some dead space, more dead space on one side than the back side, which is really, really cool. As I said, ISO 6400, 60th of a second. Wow, I got some light. All right, let's look at one more. Quirkiness works. If you can get quirky pictures, they're absolutely brilliant because they engage people. If they engage people, if you're into your social media likes, you get more social media likes and interaction. I just like to engage people and think, what is that? What? And they look, what is that? Oh, cock of the rock. That's fantastic. I like to educate people about wildlife, okay? So someone will look at this maybe with, oh my God, what's going on? I mean, the first time I looked at this, I was like, what's going on with that? Where's the beak? Where's that? What? Which way around? No, really? I'm confused like that. So if you can take a picture that's got a bit of quirk, rather than a bird just sitting there going, look for one that's being attentive, looking down. Oh, any kind of expression really gives some engagement to your picture, and it's good. And this one is just a bit freaky and odd. We're all freaky and odd. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed those few pictures. Wild Bunchers, your extra section, your extra content is coming right after this. Last thing to say, if you want to come to Ecuador with me next year and experience some cock of the rock, some condors, some spectacled bears, tons of hummingbirds, rainforest towers, everything else, I'm running some specialized photo tours with yours truly as the guide next year. We've got a few places left. We're about to announce some more as well. Have a look in the description below. You'll see my contact details. Send me a message and I can talk to you about the details. I promise you'll have a really great time, get some good pictures, and we'll have a laugh too. You don't have to support West Ham. Well done, West Ham, last night for getting to the European finals. Well done. For those who don't know what West Ham is, it's a wonderful football team in the East End of London that constantly disappoints, but I can't help where I was born and I absolutely love them. They've done really well. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this little video on Cock of the Rock. Keep out, keep shooting, and there will be more along soon. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Bye.